Good, okay. Thank you.
Would you join me in the spirit of prayer? Almighty Creator, we rejoice today over the wonderful accomplishments of discipline, determination, and self-sacrifice that have led us to this commencement day. It has been a great gift from you that they were able to learn from experts and teachers in their chosen field, and that they are now prepared to give of themselves in service in the realms of business, the academic world, the arts, medicine, education, government, social action, and beyond. May the skills they have developed be the foundation on which they build successful careers and lives. May they continue to be lifelong learners. As they deliberate over life-changing decisions about jobs, careers, homes, marriage, and family, may they seek and find guidance from you, O Lord, and wisdom from those who they know and love. Give them courage to make the right and difficult choices, and the gift of discernment. And after they've made these decisions, may they faithfully live out their chosen callings. Fill our graduates with gratitude, humility, love, and faith. Gratitude for every person that loved and supported them on their journey, and for the sacrifices that were made on their behalf. Humility to understand that what they have achieved has not made them better, but it has made them different. Love for all people. Faith in themselves and in a God that knows us all by name and never abandons us. We thank you for bringing us all together to this wonderful day. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Amen.
Thank you. You may be seated. Welcome to Blackburn College's 149th Commencement exercises. Let's hear it for the Blackburn class of 2018. I know this class can get louder than that. We'll see how we do later on. This class has so much to celebrate. Their accomplishments as individuals, but also the remarkable nature of this group. They have had a great 4 years together. In fact, they might not know it, but this is the largest Blackburn graduating class in 30 years. Remember the power of this group. Not just the class of 2018, but all the years of Blackburn alumni that have sat where you're now sitting, that now form a family coast to coast and around the world. You will find great privileges in membership of that group, and you'll understand the power once you're out in the world. Blackburn College is everywhere. College can be the most wonderful and the most challenging time in your lives, often at the same time. You've been challenged intellectually, socially, emotionally, and even perhaps physically. You've met every challenge, overcome it, learned from it, improved because of it. While you may have cursed that paper, that early morning practice, or that tough job, each of these experiences has made you stronger, better, smarter, and more confident. This is especially meaningful because graduates, you have done this at Blackburn College, where we don't just hold you to high standards in the classroom, we make you work as well and hold you to high standards there as well. This class has done it all from sweeping floors to running the entire work program as a general manager. In fact, one of your own, Holly Davidson, did that for 2 years in a row, a remarkable accomplishment. You've been challenged and you have learned at work. So when another college grad, you end up in a conversation, and they talk about, boy, how hard their college experience was, try not to laugh at them and roll your eyes. Because you've really been through the ringer, and you're really better for it. And the reality is, you'll probably be that other college grad's boss someday, and so be nice to them now. The Blackburn class of 2018 is ready to go. You're ready for success in graduate school, careers, and in life. We don't just let anyone walk across this stage. We know you are ready to be called Blackburn grads. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the members of our platform party who do not have a speaking role today. We have a number of trustees who have gone out of their way to be here. These are the real leaders of this institution. They give of their own time, talent, and treasure because they love this college and because they care about our students. Please stand as I call your names. Board of Trustees Chair, Hazel Laux. Board of Trustees Vice Chair, Michael Smiley. And because we've been blessed with so many trustees this year, not all of them could fit on the platform, so we have a special seating section for them. I'll ask them to stand individually. Jerry Adams, Dan Anderson, Deanna DeMuzio, David Doris, Fran Goodman, Cindy Grau, Jennifer Hamilton, Mark Heineber, Cynthia Lamar, Tom Locascio, George Malo, George Preckwinkle, J.D. Sanford, Jennifer Shelby, Paul Tapikian, and out in the audience, they didn't want to sit with us, they're too cool for that, Tom Dew, and Sarah Robeson. Also on the stage are members of our college leadership, John McCluskey, our provost, Steve Morris, our vice president for administration and finance, Abby Harden, our interim vice president and dean of student life, Lauren Dodge, our vice president for institutional advancement, Mark Armstrong, chemistry professor and college marshal. Thank you all for your service. Also joining us, and I want to take a special moment to recognize Judge Michael Wu, who wrote the inspirational words that we heard from his daughter Michelle last night. And I know I was not alone in being blown away by her delivery and his words. So let's take a moment and thank Judge Wu for his presence today. Shelby Rainford is the class of 2018 Student Marshal. That is the highest honor our faculty can bestow on a senior. Her excellence in and outside of the classroom has earned that. Congratulations, Shelby. Breaking news, the class of 2018's valedictorian is Logan Early. Let's hear it for Logan. And our salutatorian is Megan Judd. Well done to both of them. I also have to thank all the many hundreds of people involved in making a day like today and a weekend like this weekend happen. Among them are our registrar, Diana Rule, who actually makes sure you all actually are graduating. Dr. Mark Armstrong, our college marshal introduced before, who's in charge of all of our ceremonies. Shauna Poe and Melissa Jones, who do all the logistics to keep us all in line. My wife Rachel, who helps with the breakfast across the street and all the surrounding events. Physical plant staff, who are up bright and early this morning setting up all the chairs and breaking things down last night. This is a team effort, and let's thank them all for making it happen. I am now proud to introduce your senior class president, Mr. Noah Dom. Come on down, Noah.
Thank you. Thank you and good morning, everyone. On behalf of the class of 2018, thank you faculty, staff, alumni, families, friends, and all guests to the Blackburn College 2018 commencement ceremony. Classmates, we made it. Take a moment to think about all the accomplishments we have achieved, both as individuals and as a class. It is hard to believe that 4 years went by so fast. Freshman year feels just like it was yesterday. There was welcome week, our matriculation, the first cab event, the first class, the first skip class, the first athletic events, the first successes, and the first failures. Well, here we are now with the highest success of them all, commencement. We have so much to be proud of, but it is thanks to the support of those who we must not forget. The families and friends that were always there, the faculty and staff that taught us so much about each of our studied disciplines in class or through the work program, and also for the classmates who did not make it here with us. Earlier this week, I was completing my senior graphic design slideshow the night before, well, an hour before it was due, but that's beside the point. I was inserting images into my slideshow of projects I worked on over the past month. After almost completing my slideshow, I looked through my Google Drive folder and came across some of my old poster designs, specifically from my 8 a.m. Freshman graphic design class my first semester at Blackburn. I thought it was a good idea to put one of my very first projects in the slideshow at the end, so I went ahead and did so. And during my final presentation, during my final 8 a.m. Monday class at Blackburn, I remember my first class was 8 a.m. as well, and everything came full circle. I went through my presentation, showing my projects, and came to the very last slide that had the early project from my freshman year on it. That is when Professor Newsom asked me, "Now that you're a senior, do you think this is good?" First I thought, I'm never really happy with any of my projects in the end. It's kind of a curse for all creative disciplines. But then I kind of thought about it a little more, and actually, I did think it was good. I started to think about it, and this situation is actually just like life here at Blackburn. We take things for granted all the time. We get so busy with all the opportunities at this great school, but I don't think we take enough time to reflect on the amazing things we have done and enjoy the simple things, like an old project I didn't give a thought about for 3 years. Whether it's staying up late with your roommate and just talking about life until the wee hours of the morning, when the air conditioning finally kicks on, or sitting in a lecture bored out of your mind trying to absorb at least enough of the information, we will miss these times. We might not miss them right away because it sure will be great not to have to worry about homework and the grind that comes with that, but someday soon we will miss it. Whether you transferred into this class 2 years ago or you completed the 5-year plan like John Comerford, this is the biggest and baddest This is the biggest and baddest class Blackburn has seen. And this is just the beginning. Be proud of your work. After 1,280 hours minimum of work in the work program, our work is just now getting started. Don't forget to think back on these years at Blackburn and appreciate the small things that weren't perfect, because it was the small imperfections that created sincere memories we will forever keep. Thank you all and congratulations.
No, I'm still in charge of whether or not you get your degree today. So let's play it careful, will we, all right? Well done, Noah. Never disappoints. When we're looking for a commencement speaker, it always means a lot to us when we can find a Blackburn alum who literally sat where you're sitting now. Dr. William Jewell graduated from Blackburn in 1957. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I just did, with a degree in chemistry. During his time on campus, he was a general manager in the work program, was on the Bernie and editorial board, and his classmates have told me that he was just a leader, all-around leader all over campus. After graduation, he went to the University of Illinois and received an MD, spent 2 years in the United States Air Force, then spent most of his career at the University of Kansas School of Medicine. Dr. Jewell is a leader in cancer research, especially cancer metabolism and immunotherapy. He served on the boards of the American Cancer Society, the American College of Surgeons, and the National Cancer Institute. I've toured KU Med with Bill and his wife Sheila, and I can confirm that he is a big deal there and in his field. But Bill never forgot where he got his start, right here on this beautiful campus. He and his wife Sheila have remained involved and supportive at Blackburn, including Bill's 16 years of service on our Board of Trustees and the establishment of funds to support the sciences and the arts. The college has honored Dr. Jewell with the Alumni Achievement Award and induction to the Science Wall of Honor. Bill Jewell is a lifelong educator, and while you may not know him personally, he cares about each and every student at Blackburn College. He has dedicated himself to making sure you have the best possible environment for learning, for support, and for challenge. It's my great pleasure and honor to introduce my friend, Dr. Bill Jewell.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Comerford. Thank heavens this year I'm not bleeding to death in Kansas City as I would last year, and I had to back out. But watching Dr. Comerford using some of the things that I was going to talk about, but mostly on his own, it was good I wasn't here, because he did, in my estimation, a much better job than what I would have done. It's an honor for me to be here, and as Dr. Comerford pointed out, I graduated in 1957, but it doesn't seem like it could hardly be 61 years. But I have a math minor, and I can add, or at least I think I can, and 1957 to 2018 does come out to be 61. You know, I'm asked sometimes if I'd like to do it over. I think sometimes, you know, those nights on call on surgery, the other times in my life that weren't so smooth, I don't think so. But not too long ago, my wife and I, Sheila, who happens to be here, were in a cute little apartment in Paris, on the left bank, halfway between the Sorbonne and the medical center. And the students walking by at night, chattering in the wonderful French language, made me have cause to reconsider. But I will tell you one thing, if I could come back and be a freshman at Blackburn College, I would do it in a heartbeat, provided that I could have my room back on Butler Hall on 2 South. Blackburn prepared me very much for what I did in the rest of my career. And I had a wonderful career. As Dr. Comerford has pointed out, I spent the last 36 years as professor of surgery at the University of Kansas. I had the opportunity on a consistent basis, day after day, to do cancer surgery, to work with young people, my students, my residents, which I dearly endured. I just miss them terribly when I'm not with them every day. I still sneak over there to harass them every once in a while. They need that. They need the gray-haired guys like me to come by. Oh, and by the way, along the way, I picked up what's called a certified flight instructor. We had a troop of Boy Scouts. You know, you get a glutton for punishment for teaching and you don't know where it ends. But we had a troop of Boy Scouts, 15, 16 years old, that were in our flying program. And we were teaching these 15 and 16 years old kids how to fly, pro bono, of course. You learn a lot from teaching a 15-year-old how to fly, I can guarantee you that. You can't yell. The minute you yell, it's over. You now have to sit there and think, how am I going to get this kid to line up on the runway a little different here? And I had to do it in a very way. I learned a lot about flying that I used with my medical students and residents. And believe me, it worked well. Because one thing about flying instruction is you don't have to wonder if you're a good instructor. If you can sign a 15-year-old to take off from the middle of Kansas City, fly out to the practice area solo, and come back in one piece, you're pretty good. But I would like to point out, you know, in looking back in my career, it occurred to me as I was looking back on it, this whole thing might not have happened. My life might not have turned out the way in which it did. And I'm going to get to that in just a minute. But Blackburn prepared me for medical school. I was prepared head and shoulders better than most of the students from the so-called prestigious institutions. You know, to me, Blackburn is as prestigious as Yale or Harvard or any place else. We put our pants on one leg at a time like everybody else. Well, you guys are well trained, you're well schooled, like I was. And I point out that my graduating class, and there were only about 50 of us, and you're right, this is a much larger class today. There were only 50 of us or so, but 5 of us went to medical school. Now, what other college can say that 10% of their graduating class went to medical school? If you know of one, let me know. But I'm looking at that preparation, and it never had much definition to it. I knew I was well prepared. It wasn't until last night that I really understood what that preparation was. I had become a beaver, as Tim Morantz pointed out. And you know, and I think when you become a beaver, as he was saying, you can do a whole bunch of things. I've also been warned not to use the word freaking because it was used a little bit too much. I want to turn now to an idea that came from looking back on this kind of thing, and it's what I call life tipping points. It's things that happen in your life, often unexpected, that have major impact on how you turn out. The reason that I got into this kick on lifestyle, or life tipping points, is I got a letter from a classmate of mine that I graduated from high school at the same time that I went to Blackburn. And he related in his letter, this was one of those Christmas letters, what I did over the past year sort of thing. And he had visited with several of his friends who were Navy colleagues of his. And it turned out that in 1955, he had enlisted in the Navy in a special program for jet fighter pilot training. And that resonated with me because at that same time in 1955, I was a junior student here. I just had started the junior year. There were 4 of us that had heard about the same program. We communicated with the recruitment officer for the Navy down at Lambert Field. They flew a 4-engine airplane up and picked us up and took us back down to St. Louis and put us through a day of orientation. And let me tell you, those guys know how to recruit because they made it sound so good that it was hard to refuse. But at any rate, we went through a full day of orientation. We met with a couple of their fighter jocks that were there. And over the course of the day, it became obvious that they were getting very interested in me. And I was getting very interested in them. At that time, I had no plans to go to medical school. I was just a chemistry major at Blackburn College. Didn't know much about anything, really, other than chemistry, maybe. But at any rate, they were warming up to me, and I was warming up to them. Turned out that the last exam of the day was an intense eye examination. Turned out that I have a slight astigmatism in my right eye. It affected my visual acuity just enough to bump me out of the program. Now, I was a young kid, 20 years old or so, very romantic interest in flying, which, by the way, that's why I got in flying later on, because I've always loved the idea and I love the concept and I love to fly. But that bumped me out of the program. I don't know to this day what I would have done if they would have put a piece of paper in front of me and say, "Here, guy, sign here." I might just have signed. If I would have done that, my whole life would have been different than it turned out to be. Life tipping points. You know, Yogi Berra, the iconic catcher for the New York Yankees, had a similar expression. He called it life's at the fork in the road. And Yogi would always say, half jokingly, when you get to the fork of the road, take it. That would bewilder everybody, but he loved it. And this is the same sort of a thing. It's a turning point. It's a time that turns out probably more in retrospect than in real time, just how important that was. A couple other things. My wife Sheila was in Denver. She was working with a very renowned liver transplant program. She's a nurse. She's here somewhere. I don't see her, but she's here. And for a lot of reasons, she decided, she was in Denver, Colorado, where Tom Starzl was, who started the program. He was an iconic surgeon. He developed liver transplantations in both Colorado and at the University of Pittsburgh. But anyway, she decided to come to Kansas City. She had two job offers. One was to St. Luke's Hospital, which was way across town from us, and the other was from KU. Now, the St. Luke's people don't get together with the KU people. It's our hated crosstown enemy in a way. Don't tell them that, but that's what they are. But at any rate, fortunately for me, KU was developing a program in marrow transplantation. This was back in the 1970s. A marrow transplantation, which was very attractive to her, so she came to KU. Had she not come to KU, I probably would have never met her. My son Raymond, who's here, who drove me over here yesterday, and is going to hopefully drive me home today, if he isn't too mad at me by that time, understands that if she had gone to St. Luke's Hospital, there probably would not be a Raymond. Another short story, I have a son who has severe dyslexia. This shows you kind of how things go. He can't read. He's smart, very smart, mechanically gifted, but he can't read. He tried a semester at Kansas State University, but it didn't go well. He got into the lawn water sprinkler business, putting in a lawn sprinkler one day. The owner of the house came out and started to talk to him, said that he had a factory and he needed some help, and because the employee turnover was too high, and in addition he needed somebody with some mechanical smarts to keep after the equipment. So Bill agreed to join him. That was several years ago, and he is now the senior vice president of the company, industrial laundry company in Kansas City that does all of the work for the Claycoma Ford factory and many other large industries in town. And now they're developing a whole thing for medical thing. So that's, you got to look out for these turning points, because he could have said no. He was going to stay with the lawn sprinkler business, but he didn't. But not all stories turn out well. A friend of mine, David, was a pediatric surgeon. He came to KU at the same time I did. Good pediatric surgeon, very competent it seemed. One night we had a couple beers and we were talking about things, and he was saying he hated being a surgeon. It floored me, because I loved it. But he said the reason that he went into surgery is because his dad, who was a very prominent professor of surgery at a very prestigious, there's that word again, East Coast institution, had essentially coerced him into going into surgery. He was very unhappy with that. He really wanted to be a history professor at a small college, like Blackburn, which I had described to him. Things went downhill for him. He started to get into alcohol, then into opioids, left our place. I lost track of him for several years, only to find out that several years later he committed suicide. That suicide was based on that tipping point when he decided to do what his dad wanted to do rather than what he wanted to do. Well, this led me to another thought, and that is, can we create tipping points? Good tipping points to influence the career of young people. We have a program at KU now for what we call summer fellowships in cancer research, where we have young people come in and spend 3 months working in our research laboratories. This is a very successful program, but it's been basically for our undergraduate students at KU and medical students. This is a very critical time in cancer research. We are on the brink of great discovery. There are now things, we have all the tools I think that we really need, and new ones are actually coming along all the time. to have thorough knowledge of the cancer cell and how to deal with it. It's just amazing what I think we can do. We need to attract more young people into the program. I digress just for a minute. There are two diseases just in the last couple months that have been reported. I'll tell you about them. Hemophilia, this isn't cancer, but it has application. Hemophilia and thalassemia. Both are inherited defects in a gene, one gene, and these folks have this. It has now been possible in humans to replace that gene with a normal operative gene, so folks with hemophilia that can't normally produce the factor VIII that they need to coagulate blood can now do so. Same is true in thalassemia with the hemoglobin molecule. Now, if we can reach into that in living patients and correct the disease, I think we can reach into cancer cells that should be easier to get to and use the same kind of technology to get rid of the driver mutations that make the cancer cell go. Now, to that end, I would point out that this year we had 17 applicants for our program. We could only fund 4. This is for the summer research program. I want to do 2 things in the next couple years. Number 1 is expand the program for 2 reasons. 1, to get more people involved. We got a lot more labs, and I've talked to our cancer center director, and he is all for it. But the other part of it is I want to get more diversity. I want to have others than just our KU people in on it. So I've talked to Dr. Zelisko here, and we are looking for a Blackburn student probably next summer. Ed has promised me he's got a couple coming up that are real crackerjacks. Next summer to come, and they can live with us. I've got a big house, and there's just 2 of us and a dog. We're 5 minutes from the medical center. I will pay we typically pay a stipend of $3,000 for the summer, which is tax-free. And I'm looking forward to next year offering that to a Blackburn student here. Now for you seniors, plan well what you do. You know you're going to spend most of your waking hours working. You must try to find something to do that you really love doing. If you don't, work can be living hell. So you must be looking for things that you can do that you would like doing. Think about where you want to be in 5, 10, or 15 years. But most of all, and most importantly, remember your family. Family, to me, I think is probably your primary responsibility. But when you come to a fork in the road, don't be afraid to take it. God bless you and the senior class. God bless everyone here. And most of all, God bless Blackburn College. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jewell, for that inspirational address. And I've got to say, this group of graduates has already had some important tipping points. And through a combination of your hard work and luck, you're sitting here as Blackburn College graduates. And Bill, your life is a model of keep making those good choices and good things will keep happening. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. John McCluskey, our provost, for our awards.
At commencement, we recognize and honor many people who have sustained a consistent record of excellence in their academic efforts. The actual awards will be mailed to the student's primary residence, so would each recipient please stand when I call your name? And may I ask everyone to hold their applause until all the award recipients are named, then we'll give them all a great round of applause. The Beard Senior Honor Prize. This award is based on academic performance and awarded to the senior whose academic average for the 4-year period is the highest in the graduating class, and it goes to Logan Early. The Humanities Prize is awarded based on academic performance and given to the senior majoring in the Division of Humanities who has the highest grade point average for courses in the humanities throughout the 4 years at Blackburn College and is given to Shelby Rainford. The Baird Ziegler Prize is based on academic performance and awarded to the senior who has the highest average in courses in the Division of the Social Sciences. This year we have 2 recipients, Logan Early and Megan Judd. The Ray Business Administration Award is based on academic performance and awarded to a senior who has achieved the highest overall cumulative grade point average above a 3.4, who has made a significant contribution to the work program, and who has participated in the social, cultural, and extracurricular life of the college, and is given to John Aiden. The Allison Economics Prize is awarded to the most outstanding senior economics student, Timothy Lacey. The Samuels Werner Biology Prize is selected by the biology faculty and awarded to the most outstanding senior majoring in biology, Wendy Pocklington. The Computer Science Prize is selected by the Computer Science faculty, and this year is awarded to the most outstanding senior computer science major, Lucas Burdell. The Virgil Bretthauer Mathematics Award is selected by the mathematics faculty and awarded to the most outstanding senior majoring in mathematics, Hannah Gett. The Elizabeth Wright Scheidley Prize is selected by the chemistry faculty and awarded to the most outstanding senior chemistry major, Zachary Felkill. The Asbury Journalism Prize is selected by the faculty in the English and Communications Department. The prize is awarded to the graduating senior who demonstrates excellence in the field of journalism. This year we have 2 recipients, Noah Dom and Jordan Smith. The Anna Deshu Prize in Elementary Education is selected by the education faculty and awarded to the graduating senior majoring in elementary education who has achieved a cumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher and best exemplifies the qualities of professionalism in education, and goes to Hannah Wiggins. The Senators Vince and Deanna DeMuzio Award in Leadership Studies is selected by the faculty in the Political Science and Leadership Studies program and awarded to a graduating senior in Political Science or the Leadership program who demonstrates strong leadership potential, has mentored others, and has strong spoken and written communication skills. This award is presented to Logan Early. The Senators Vince and Deanna DeMuzio Award in Education is selected by the faculty in the Education Department and awarded to a graduating senior teacher candidate who has demonstrated leadership, the ability to be a successful teacher, has financial need, has excellent communication skills, and the ability to mentor others. This award is presented to Megan Judd. Would all of the recipients please stand again? Everyone please join me in acknowledging the outstanding achievements of these individuals. Congratulations. Each year at commencement, we also honor a member of our faculty as the outstanding teacher and campus leader. The 2018 recipient will be given this prize in the form of a plaque and a check supported by the Hudson Prize Fund. The Hudson Prize for Outstanding Faculty Member is presented to the faculty member who has made a difference in the teaching climate, displayed model classroom teaching, campus leadership, pioneering teaching methodology, creative course development, instructional support, and consistent and effective advising. This year's awardee member loves teaching and expanding the minds of our students and ensuring that they can master the presented material. Even when students do not seem interested in class, this faculty member uses undeniable energy and enthusiasm to rally them for the tasks ahead. Furthermore, she is very approachable and is always willing to talk and offer students advice about class, their future goals, or simply have a conversation with them. Students often visit her for her opinion on their goals beyond graduation, and she's always willing to listen. A colleague remembers when she first applied to Blackburn that she made all the members of the search committee sit up straight and take notice, even during the phone interview. Her enthusiasm filled the room, even though they were communicating electronically. As one student so eloquently said, "She has been my work supervisor for the past 3 years, and I've observed her fairly, professionally, and joyfully coordinate her writing assignments while making the block a welcome and accessible environment for all Blackburn students." Our students are fortunate to have Dr. Karen Dillon as their professor. Congratulations, Karen. I would now like to introduce our Alumni Board President, Ms. Autumn Warren, to present the Alumni Association Awards.
Good morning. Nothing? All right. On behalf of the Blackburn College Alumni Association and its Board of Directors, I would like to thank the families, faculty, and staff who've made this day possible. And to the class of 2018, you made it. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the top 6% of the world who have reached this level of education. Standing on this stage, surrounded by these bricks, 14 years ago, I addressed my class. Back then, Facebook was a directory printed and distributed around campus. Cell phones weren't smart and never got reception in Carlinville. The Claire Janke Alumni Center was just the den. The Mahan Science Lab wasn't here, but the smell of Olin still was. For all the improvements Blackburn has made since my time here, some things never change. Blackburn students, regardless of class, from 1944 to 1968, 2004, and 2018, we all have ties that bind. The world changes around us, but many of our experiences are the same. Like many of you, I have a few layers of paint on that rock. I also have a history with professors who cared about me and knew me by more than just a name. I had jobs in the work program that made me a better employee. I have inside jokes with people who lived down the hall and shared experiences that made me a better person. Our generations may be different, but our Blackburn is consistent. Which is why I can tell you, trust me when I tell you, it's all worth it. The time, the work, even the student loans, all pay off eventually. Last time I stood on the stage, I was terrified. I had absolutely no idea what the future held. But let me put your fears to rest. I can tell you with the utmost certainty it all works out. Your future is likely not going to be exactly as you planned it. However, your education and experience at Blackburn means you are prepared in ways that supersede most others graduating. Blackburn has prepared you for an amazing journey. The world will be a better place because of the class of 2018. Blackburn creates leaders and instills in all of us an amazing sense of community, which is why I'm here today, welcoming you to the elite community that is Blackburn College alumni. One of the most amazing things the Blackburn College community is that it empowers students to be great. I'm excited to reward some of those great leaders now. At this time, I would like to recognize a few of the exceptional graduates that I've had the pleasure of working with on the alumni board. Students that have already made great contributions to the alumni community of Blackburn College. I would like to ask Michaela Grove and Noah Dom to please stand. These students have sacrificed their most valuable resource and shared with us their time. They have been instrumental in helping the Alumni Association stay connected to Blackburn College and strengthen our community. They have contributed great ideas and represented you all well. On behalf of the board, we thank you and are confident you have great things in store for you, including a lovely certificate that will be mailed to you in the future. I truly hope that you stay connected to Blackburn, and we hope that you come back and join us on the board real soon. Thank you for your time. Although everyone at Blackburn contributes to the community while they're here, some go above and beyond. I am very pleased to tell you about the recipient for this year's Outstanding Graduate Award. Nominated by their peers and selected by the Blackburn Alumni Association Board of Directors, this Alumni Association Board requires evidence of service and loyalty to the college and community. Allow me to share some of the comments from this recipient's nomination. This recipient shows others respect, even when faced with opposition, and tries to understand others' perspectives, bringing others together. This student has impacted others by allowing everyone to know that they have a voice and they should not be afraid to be vocal about pressing issues on campus or in the world around us. This nomination submitted referred to the student with words like inspiring, kind, compassionate, capable, professional, motivated, and fun. He is praised for giving others hope with an impressive and distinct leadership ability. Our 2018 recipient is involved in numerous student organizations, including Anime Club, Spectrum the Film Club, and is creator and founder of the United Coalition of Diverse Students organization. As he makes his way to the stage to receive his award, please join me in congratulating the 2018 recipient of the Blackburn Outstanding Graduate Award, Blade Williams. But wait, there's more. The Alumni Association Board of Directors received so many deserving nominations from the class of 2018, it was impossible to choose just one. So we decided not to. This year, the board has chosen 2 recipients to represent their class as outstanding graduates. That's just how good the class of 2018 is. The second recipient of the Outstanding Graduate Award has been described in nominations as passionate, outgoing, friendly, hardworking, and someone who has been a positive influence on the Blackburn campus from the very beginning. She is praised for her multitasking and her consideration of others. She is called selfless and inspiring. This woman approaches classwork, the work program, and work in the community with an unrelenting zeal and dedication. Through internships and volunteer work, she has positively impacted the community by helping organizations in their mission to improve the lives of others. With passion and resilience, the next recipient is involved in so many causes and organizations around campus. Among them are Student Senate, Habitat for Humanity, and the National Student Advertising Association. She has completed an impressive 5 internships and already has a remarkable list of accomplishments in fundraising and event planning. As she makes her way forward, please join me in congratulating Blackburn Outstanding Graduate Award to Michaela Grove. So on top of all the work and the work program at Blackburn, to earn a degree, on top of the standard requirements, all seniors are required to take a senior seminar and complete and present a project in their major area of study. A faculty panel in each division of the humanities, natural sciences, and social sciences choose up to 5 projects to represent the best in their division. After presenting, the 3 division chairs judge the projects, normally awarding first, second, and third place. But as usual, the class of 2018 is just not that basic. This year, the second and third place winners were so great they couldn't decide between them. So, in a tie for second place, the first graduate that I would like to recognize is a senior receiving a biology degree today. Her project is titled Moss, Mycorrhiza, and Mistakes. Will Hannah Hanford please stand up and be recognized? Congratulations, Hannah. Also in a tie for second place is a senior biology major with a project titled New Applications for Freeze Drying. Will Ben Fletcher please stand and be recognized? Congratulations, Ben. And the moment you've all been waiting for, the first place senior symposium project is a performing arts theater major with a project titled The Butterfly and the Violin. Lisa Knight, please rise and be recognized. Congratulations. Thank you all for all your hard work and the fine example you set, proving that hard work really does pay off. You will have a certificate included in your diploma today, along with a cash prize from the Alumni Association. Additionally, your names will be added to a plaque inside Hudson Hall, honoring your achievement for generations to come. It's inspiring to see such great work coming from the class of 2018. With the impressive list of awards, nominations, and projects that have come from the class of 2018 already, it is evident you are all amazing. As your identity as Blackburn Beaver evolves to Blackburn Alumni, remember that title. It's important. As you earn new positions and expand your network, make time to come back and hold tight to all the connections you've made here. Thank you from the Alumni Association, and welcome to the family that is Blackburn College alumni.
Okay, graduates, this is the time you've been waiting for. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in the class of 2018 please rise? President Comerford, I'm pleased to present the assembled candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Each has successfully completed, or should soon successfully complete, the requirements prescribed by the faculty, has received the approval of the faculty and the Board of Trustees, and now stands ready to receive the degree.
Okay, this is it. For students that have completed degree requirements, by the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Board of Trustees of Blackburn College, I confer upon you herewith the degree of Bachelor of Arts, with all the rights, privileges, and honors thereto appertaining, in token whereof you will soon receive your diploma. For students that may still have a class or two to go, I hereby recognize your impending completion of academic work and authorize the granting of your degree of Bachelor of Arts upon satisfactory conclusion of your programs. Congratulations. Graduates, you may be seated. Families, we have reached what could be called a photo opportunity. Feel free to come forward when it is your graduate's turn, but please stay in your seat before that point and return to your seat thereafter to make room for others. Also, please don't obstruct our professional photographer. With that, class of 2018, you will rise one row at a time and come forward and receive your diplomas. We will start with the first row.
John William Aiden, summa cum laude. Abina Ampofo. Harry James Arter, Jr. Jessica Elizabeth Ballman, magna cum laude. Jess Porter Barker, Jr. Cade Russell Barnard. Antonice Rakisha Barnett. Deja Bell. Kristen Mary Bertolina, summa cum laude. Christopher G. Best. Alexandra Leanne Birdsell, in absentia. Mary Ann Blakely, cum laude. Brett Brimberry. Carly Renee Brimberry, cum laude. Jessica Brooks. Gabriel Brown. Samantha Christine Brown. Cody Baumgardner. Lucas Allen Burdell. Kirsten Lynn Buzzard, cum laude. Amber Dawn Campbell. Joseph Ryan Carroll, in absentia. Delaney Hope Casto, summa cum laude. Shannon Maria Clardy. Brianna Lee Cluck. Alexandra Lee Coulter. Jessica Marie Kramer, magna cum laude. Noah Ryan Dom, cum laude. Holly Jean Davidson, summa cum laude. Christopher Jameson Davis, Jr. Alexis Ray Dick, cum laude. Cassandra Lynn Dolan. Joseph Cullum Dragovich. Tyler Jason Durand. Logan Andrew Early, summa cum laude. Amber Lynn Elmore. Bonnie Ellen Iyer. Jonathan Izana, in absentia. Zachary David Felkill.
Right here, man. Congratulations.
Benjamin Cole Fletcher. Andrew C. Fox. Timothy Aaron Francis. Christian Garfield.
This is yours now. Congratulations.
Dominic Anthony Giacobazzi, in absentia. Sierra Lanice Gibson. Dustin Lawrence Glass. Stephanie Ray Gozman. Hannah Louise Gett, summa cum laude.
There you go. Congratulations.
April Jo Hannah Goodwin Duran, magna cum laude, in absentia. Jordan William Green. Michaela Ann Grove, magna cum laude. Reed Delaney Gwillem. Autumn Joy Haas, magna cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Hanford, summa cum laude. Drew Hans, cum laude. Ashley Louise Harbaugh. Tynesha Charmaine Harrison. Anna Marie Helene, magna cum laude. Dylan Carter Hensley. Tim Huang. Allison Renee Howard. Sarah Catherine Heineman, magna cum laude. Danielle Renee Jackson. Katrina Suzanne John. Walter Lee Jarvis IV. Megan Nicole Judd, summa cum laude. Kyle Evan Kessinger, summa cum laude. Jenin Kai Kimber, magna cum laude. Kaylin Marie Kuiper.
How big? Big deal.
Lisa Marie Knight, summa cum laude. Timothy Todd Lacey, magna cum laude. Mary Elizabeth Lagarde. Arthur LaRue Levan.
All right, here we go. Congratulations.
Michael Shane Lewis Jr.
Congratulations.
Lydia Kate Lindsley, magna cum laude.
Congratulations.
Jacob Lahed.
It's all yours. Get some fans up there.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit. You're popular, guys.
Samuel Franklin Lamonto.
Wow, look at you.
Emily Jane Lally. Larley, sorry. William Royce Markscourse. Ashley Ann McLone, summa cum laude. Anthony Eugene McIntyre.
Congratulations.
Jordan Lee McMillan. Brooke Meyer. AJ Minton, magna cum laude. Kirsten Renee Montgomery, summa cum laude. Dallas A. Newman, magna cum laude. Benjamin James Nichols. Christopher William O'Connor, in absentia. Seth Alexander Olson.
Congratulations. Thank you. Well done.
Elizabeth Caitlin Orr. Blake E. Peterson, cum laude.
All right. It's yours now.
Laurel Ann Petri, cum laude. Wendy Ann Pocklington, summa cum laude. Candace Ann Pollock. Carly Jolena Prince. Shelby Madison Rainford. summa cum laude. Parker David Ramaker. Nisha Ramesh. Daniel Ramirez. Lucas Paul Rinder. Reed Patrick Rustin. Brandon Troy Saffel. Ethan Eugene Schultz, magna cum laude in absentia. Brittany M. Shute in absentia. Malcolm C. Scott, Jr. Morgan Elizabeth Sherman. Kristen Marie Siglock, summa cum laude. Brandon Nicholas Skabinski. Jordan Taylor Smith, magna cum laude.
I need it. It's been long enough.
Kelsey Nicole Smith. Alicia K. Stiltner, magna cum laude. Megan Christine Sikora. Dakota Paul Tebby. Matthew Christopher Tomazzoli. Jade Anna Trevino. Alan McCole Michelle Warner, summa cum laude. Kristen E. Wheeler. Hannah Sue Wiggins, magna cum laude. Brady Steele Wilkinson. Blade Christian Williams. Kimberly Marie Williams. Robert Joseph Wingirter, summa cum laude. Ernest E. Young, summa cum laude. Jared William Zolzer. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blackburn College class of 2018.
My fellow students, would you please join me in moving our caps tassels from the right to the left to signify our graduation?
Blackburn class of 2018, you have your diplomas in hand. We can't take them away now. That was a big moment, but I want to make sure we have just one more. The reality, as Dr. Jewell shared earlier, is your journey to this stage today involved lots of little choices and lots of people along the way. Your parents, your pastors, your teachers, your mentors, your friends, all were walking across this stage today with you proudly. And so I want graduates for you to stand up and turn and thank those people right now and make it loud. Thank you. You can sit back down. Congratulations to everyone. You are truly special as individuals and as a class. Each of you has individual strengths, but more than that, you are now all Blackburn College graduates. That puts you into an elite group. That means you will be the leaders of society in our future, and I know you take that seriously. My charge to you: may you lead with wisdom and caring, not simple self-interest. May you use your gifts and education to serve others, not just yourself. May you pave the way to success for others, not slam the door behind you. May you live lives that serve as an example for your children and for mine. May you make this world a better place by your life, work, and love. Get ready, world. Here comes the Blackburn College class of 2018. Go get them.
Gracious God, may your Spirit guide us as we unfold the next chapters in our lives. Help us to enliven hope in the world and bring good things to your kingdom. We pray that our graduates may not confuse success with fame and wealth, but may know that success lies in pleasing you and finding their productive places in society. And so, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. And may the grace and peace of our Lord be with you this day and forevermore. Go in peace. Amen.